Hey everyone, I'm going to do the My Makeup Story tag. I wasn't necessarily tagged by anyone in particular, but I saw someone else do this on their channel and I thought it was a really interesting tag and some really interesting questions. I wanted to do this. So I have my phone just to be able to answer the questions. So first one, how old were you when you first started wearing makeup? I think I've actually always owned some makeup ever since I can remember, but I think I actually first started wearing makeup when I was in 5th grade. I don't know how old I would have been. I want to say around like 10 maybe? 9, 8, 9, 10. Well, I don't know about 8, maybe like 9 or 10. 5th grade. I know I probably wore like lip gloss and like eyeshadow at that point, but I've always owned it. How did you get into makeup? I got into makeup because my mom and my grandmother. They used to give me their old makeup that they didn't want. Like, I had a lot of Lancome and Clinique and Estee Lauder. You know, when they would have like a free gift with purchase, like if you spent however much money, and they gave you those little like, the little bags, the little like minis and stuff, they would always give me those. Or if they were like, if they hit pan on something, I would always get that. So I always had like my little own makeup kit ever since I can remember. And then growing up, getting up into like middle school, they would always give me like, little, kind of like a cheap makeup kit from, whatever store. So I've always owned makeup and that's how I got into it. Alright, next question. Favorite brands? I have a lot of favorite brands now. For high-end brands, I would have to say my favorites are Benefits, Urban Decay, and MAC. For drugstore brands, they would have to be e.l.f., Wet n Wild, and NYX. Alright, next question. If you could only wear 4 products on your face, what would they be? The 4 products I would choose are eyeliner, tinted moisturizer, blush, and lip gloss. Those would be my definite 4. If I have to walk out of the house very quickly, those are the 4 that I feel like I want to have on my face to look somewhat put together. Alright, next question. Favorite thing about makeup? I guess my favorite thing about makeup is, to me, it's an art form. You can do really, really natural looks where it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup, or you can play it up and have fun and put some, really pretty colors on your face, or, maybe like a really pretty purple or blue underneath your eye, or, play up your eyelashes. Like I did that, a couple weekends ago. I just for the fun of it, I put on some fake eyelashes, which I never put on fake eyelashes, but I just love that you can have fun with it, and whatever mood that you're in, you can kind of play your makeup up to match your mood. So it's an art form to me. Next question, high-end versus low-end. I have no preference for high-end or low-end. I look for quality. My makeup bag actually has a mixture of both high-end and low-end. There's MAC products in my makeup bag, there's Wet n Wild products, there's Jordana products, there's Urban Decay. So I really don't have a preference for high-end or low-end. I like to experiment with all brands. I don't judge any brand. Like I said, I just try to find, good quality makeup. Next question. One tip I would give for beginners. The one tip that I would give for beginners is practice. Practice, practice, practice. I know, eyeliner can be a little bit challenging, especially, liquid eyeliners, or for me, it's so funny because I can do liquid eyeliners so quickly. I can do cream and gel eyeliners with a little brush in less than a minute. But pencil eyeliners, for some reason, to me, is challenging. And someone who's a beginner thinks that, the opposite. So that's would, be my advice to beginners is practice. Practice with different type of brushes as well, as far as blending colors. Always check your lighting as well. Try doing your makeup in different types of lighting to make sure that you have the best natural blended out application. Next question. One makeup trend you never understood. That's a really good question. Oh, okay, here's one. One makeup trend that I cannot understand, I guess it's one that like really bothers me too, is lip liner. And I mean like a lip liner completely different from your own lips and different from your lip color. Like, I mean like somebody who has a lip liner that is like a plum color, and then they're wearing like a baby pink color. Like, it's so obvious that they're wearing lip liner. I don't get that. Like, who wants a ring around their mouth? I don't, no, I don't do that. Okay. Last question. What do you think about the beauty community here on YouTube? That's a funny question. I really like the beauty community here on YouTube. I've learned a lot from a lot of other people. You know, I love watching beauty videos. I still watch beauty videos. You know, I watch a lot of people that I don't know, some people that I don't subscribe to, some people that I do subscribe to. I just like seeing other people's techniques, and I get inspired by other people. I see other people's tutorials, and I think, wow, that's a really good idea. I still watch reviews, and, you know, get a good product recommendation from someone. You know, I watch some of the bigger names there on YouTube, and then sometimes I watch, you know, people who have very, very few subscribers, and it's nice to see what other people use and what other tips and tricks they may have, and it's a really good learning, I guess a learning tool for the beauty industry. I really, really like that. So that is all the questions that I found on this makeup story tag. I just want to add one more. So if any of you out there have not done this makeup story tag, you know, please feel free to do so. I tag any of you who are watching this and want to do this. But one other question that I want to add to this is, are you ambidextrous with your makeup application? And what I mean by that is, do you take your right hand to apply your eyeshadow or whatever to this eye, and then do you take the same hand to apply your eyeshadow to this eye? Or do you completely change it up and use your left hand to add, you know, do the application? I have found that I'm ambidextrous. I don't know how. I write with my right hand. Obviously I can't write with my left hand, but I can apply makeup with both hands. I just think that's really, really weird. I didn't really notice that until like a couple days ago when I was doing my eyeliner. And, you know, I had finished my right eye with my right hand, and then I realized that I switched off the brush with my left hand, and I was like, wow, you know what, I never really realized that I'm ambidextrous when I do my eye makeup. I just think that's so funny. So, if anyone else does that, comment down below, because I don't know if I'm the only one who does that or not. That is so weird. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.